What's up, guys? Mike Thomas back at it again with another video. I'm once again joined by chat. They're over here. They can say hi. We are still on that definitely for sure one take lifestyle, and still in our Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel hoodie, but no Master Duel today, as today we're going to be talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, actually the future of Dragon Link in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, because as some of you guys might know, we recently had confirmed for us that we will be getting the new Red Eyes support monster, the main deck Meteor Black Dragon, as an import in Duelist Nexus, and that card is very, very powerful. I think we talked about it on the channel maybe a year ago, maybe 6 months ago, and it was pretty strong. It was a cool card, but I think it's even better now than it was back then. And I want to talk about why. I want to go over this card. I want to show off some of the cool things that you can do with it, and also discuss for you guys how best to play it, because I do think this card's existence does change how you build Dragon Link to some extent, and I think it is time to talk about it and show that off a little bit, and I want to go over that with you guys today. So we are going to hop straight into it, and today we are going to be on the forbidden platform, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling Book, to show off this new deck list. This is a deck list that might seem a little bit crazy at first glance, but I assure you that this deck list makes sense, and that it's very similar to my NAWCQ list. There are a couple cards here that I think are being cut off. The last card in the extra deck is the Heretic King Atum, but let's talk about this list. Why is it 50 cards? Well, you might have already noticed, but we are playing Small World and Gamma Driver in this deck list. This is something that I have had kind of in the bank for a long time. If you are a longtime member of the channel, you might remember my YCS Minneapolis deck list, where I decided to play Adventure Bestial Dragon Link with Small World, and that deck actually performed very, very well for me back then, even though I did have some unfortunate losses I couldn't do anything about, but it wasn't anything really related to the deck, more just stuff that was completely out of my control at the time. But Small World is a very interesting choice, because if you've been following Dragon Link, another very good player, a good friend of mine, Charlie, he recently got top 16 at the NAWCQ with this in his side deck. And he decided to side 3 Small World, Gamma, and Driver. This is something I had been talking about with some of my testing group before the remote duel YCS, but I felt like it was a little bit too experimental, not, well enough tested for us to do right away, at least not back then. But now, it has been tested, so the theory is proven that it can do well. But also, I was waiting for this card to come out before I wanted to ship it with the Small Worlds, because as you can see, Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon, this card has a restriction. It's not the freest card in the world. It is only kind of free, and it requires you to send a level 5 or higher normal monster from your deck or hand to the graveyard to summon it. Well, there's no good vanilla monsters that you want to play in Dragon Link, except for Gamma and Driver. Now, even though Gamma has been limited, this is still okay, because with Small World functions as a out when you're going second into Kashtira Arise Heart. So assuming that Kashtira Arise Heart is still in the metagame by the time that we get Meteor Black Dragon, this is very, very fine. It becomes a little bit worse without Arise Heart because it loses that going second utility. But going first, it is just another consistency piece. You can use it to search into any dragon card in your deck. All of the dragons bridge to each other through either Seifert, Lubellion, or Wyverburster, and all the lights bridge into all the other lights through any of the dark dragons. Usually you can just use black metal. So it does help with the consistency of the deck at being 50, but it also gives you a very, very nice out into Arise Heart, because you can simply just activate Small World and dig into your Gamma by revealing any dark dragon, reveal a light, and then choose another light. And then you get the Gamma at the resolution. It's Chainlink 1 Arise Heart, Chainlink 2 Gamma. You get to pop it, and then you can go for something like your Scarlight or whatever and deal with the rest of the board, or maybe they trigger a Fenrir and you don't get to go into Scarlight, but you do have other cards. So playing these cards aren't too bad in the deck, but it also does give you a good target as well for that Meteor Black Dragon. And when you see what Meteor Black Dragon can do for Dragon Link, I think you might agree that this card alone might be worth putting Driver back in the deck for, even with that 1 of Gamma. And I really, really want to show this off for you guys. So I have a replay queued up here. As you can see, very standard hand. This is just a 2-card combo. The 1-card combo will come up throughout the course of the hand, so you'll see that as well. But I do just want to show off what the 2-card combo can do, because I feel like that definitely makes this very obvious as to why you might want to consider this. So we're going to start off by just, normal summoning our Black Metal Dragon. And we are going to get our double search just as you would normally in Dragon Link. And of course, this plays around Droll very nicely, because if they Droll you, you can just go Red MD, get this back, make seals, and pass, right? But we're not going to do that because we're living in a perfect world where hand traps don't exist. So we are going to special our Red MD and get our Black Metal back. Here, because we have Lubellion, I'm going to use Lubellion now. Just keep it early in the combo and search our Magnamut. And then get the Lubellion onto the field, Lubellion effect, and grab our Branded Beast. Of course, you can go for Regained if you're playing one of the builds that is not playing Branded Beast, but I think for the most general, wider audience, Branded Beast is probably what you're going for. And then you make your Romulus. You add your Ravine as normal, but now your Black Metal can trigger again because we do play now another good target, and you can get your Red Eyes Black Meteor Dragon from your deck to your hand. So now we have 3, 6, 7 cards in hand off of 1 normal summon and our Lubellion search, and we have Romulus plus Beast. So we've already gone very, very plus. And we're going to use our Meteor Black Dragon and dump Gamma to the graveyard. Or not Gamma, I misspoke, the Driver. So now you get the Garnet out of your deck, and you get this on the field. One thing to note, because I did, in my preparation for this video, also make this mistake, the level increase effect is mandatory for Black Meteor Dragon. So it is now a level 7, so you can't use the Magma, unfortunately, and immediately go into a tomb, get your Safer, and just keep going crazy. But you can just freely go into a Seals. So, excuse me, that is what, that is like the 1-card combo right there. The 1-card combo, ignoring the Magnamut in our hand, would get you this far. You get to at least Seals off of just normal summon. You get the normal summon of Black Metal, and then you get through your Romulus, so you get both of your field spell searches, and you get Seals, which is the nice upgrade. You get both field spells and a seal off of 1 card. You need no extenders anymore. You get everything you want. All you have to do is just play Driver. And, for the most part, that's all you need. But you can keep going further, and it gets a little bit nutty. So you can go for your Dragon Ravine and discard anything you want. Let's say an Ash. Grab your Tracer, as you would. And then you can play your Boot Sector, special out that Tracer. You can also summon the Magnamut first. Either the order here isn't super important. And then, of course, you trigger your Effective Search and End phase. You can now use your Tracer to pop the field spell, and I'm going to summon Recharger here. You can now make your Bestial Depowder. Use this Powder to summon back the Striker in the zone that you want it in. You can now use your Recharger to make Pisty. Pisty can use its effect to get back the Tracer, and then you can use the Striker to target the Pisty on the field, pop it, grab the Recharger. It's important that you don't target yourself. You don't target the Striker with this, because this was not summoned from the extra deck, so it will not allow the Recharger to trigger. Recharger then triggers on the new chain, and then because its name is not Guard Dragon Pisty, it can actually bring itself back to the field. So you discard it from hand to summon any Dark from your graveyard, and then you summon back your Recharger. You can then synchro off into Borreload Savage Dragon, use the Savage, and get your Romulus. You still have 2 cards in hand, and then you get to search Jerusalem. So off of just the Black Metal Dragon alone, you can search both of your field spells and make it to seals, which means that you can potentially end on Seal Savage off of just your normal summon of Black Metal and nothing else. But if you have a Lubellion to throw into the mix, or, you know, any Bestial, really, you can also get Dispatter and Savage as well. And then if you had the Lubellion specifically, or you find a way into the Lubellion, you can also add your Branded Beast or your Branded Regained into that combo mix, which can help you play through stuff like Dark Ruler No More and other hand traps as well. And not to mention the fact that if it is the Lubellion, you can specifically search the Magnamut to get you into a Worm to combo with that Branded Beast to just make this so hard to crack for most decks. And on top of that too, because of the gamma requirement for the Meteor Black Dragon, this might seem like, oh, well, we're playing a 50 card deck, you know, and it's like kind of a specific combo. Don't forget that all copies of every monster in your deck have +3 additional copies with that small world. So you have 6 copies of the Black Metal Dragon and 6 copies of Lubellion and 4 copies of Magnamut, and so on and so forth. So this actually is a lot more consistent than you would think, and not to mention the fact that if you did have other extenders in your hand as well, those could contribute to the board even more. So Dragon Link, with this one card, Black Metal alone can turn Dragon Link back into the combo deck that it used to be, rather than playing strictly a mid-rangey kind of playstyle. Not only that as well, but you know, if you get the Regained instead of the Beast, you are also giving yourself back one of those draws, so you would have a 4-card hand, which can help those extenders pop off, and it can help you recover those small world losses if you do have to go through that. So I really just wanted to show this off. This is really cool. I'm really excited for what the future holds for Dragon Link, because this card is very powerful, and I think it synergizes nicely with the changes that we were going to make to Dragon Link anyway, which was including the small world, which was something I was already planning on doing as I was moving forward into DUNE anyway. So just having this card was just a really nice gift from Konami, and I really just wanted to show this guy off for you guys, because I think this is really exciting. Remember to drop a like or a comment on the video. Do remember to subscribe. It does help the channel out a lot. You can also say goodbye to chat. They can wave goodbye to you. And yeah, thank you for watching the video, and have a good rest of your day.